Live from the venerable grounds of Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts, the show has an AL East matchup. It's the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Chambi. We get a chance to watch one of the hottest bats in the game. He's been huge for his team, Singy.
Yeah, just impressive contact and seems to find every gap available, Boog. I can't wait to see him in action in this one. Practically unstoppable as of late.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. Our starting pitcher in this one, Sonny Gregg. Singy, he's a guy that can rack up a lot of strikeouts.
Yeah, Boog, this is a guy that struck out over 200 batters just a year ago. So he's definitely one of those guys that's got ridiculous swing and miss stuff. Hitters have to make a decision early, and that causes them to many times guess wrong and end up missing the baseball. But when you got a guy that's taking the mound that has the ability to send guys walking back to the dugout, it can be pretty fun to watch, and hopefully that's what we'll see in this one.
2-2 now. And a swing and a miss. And there's one down. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. It features a great veteran presence, Giancarlo Stanton.
Well, he's just been a consistent and dominant power threat throughout his career. I mean, over 400 career home runs. I mean, that just doesn't happen to an average power hitter. This guy's been elite, and we'll see as he continues if he's going to make it into Cooperstown, into the Hall of Fame.
Slinging it to first in time.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Giancarlo.
2 down, bases empty. Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. Swings and misses, went with the sweeper. Swings through that one, it's a strikeout. And now the Red Sox get their turn. No score. You're watching Red Sox baseball on the show, New England.
We don't need no.
Back now at Fenway. And going to the mound in this one for the Yankees, Carlos Rodon. What do you have on him, Chris? Roman Anthony getting ready to hit. The 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. One, two now. Swings and misses. One gone here.
Batting second, the second baseman.
Time now to check out the lineup for the Boston Red Sox. Batting seventh, someone they're hoping breaks out in this one, Caleb Durbin.
Just a lot of inconsistent at-bats from him lately, and that's led to only 5 hits in his last 10 games. You know he's feeling it. Those hitless nights, man, they can be hard to sleep. But I've heard he is putting in extra time in the cage, trying to right the ship. So I'm interested to see how he looks at the plate in this one.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there, and I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in, kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it, and not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Looks really sharp at the start of this one. This is how it's going to be today. It's going to be a tough one for this lineup.
Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. Scoreless after 1. Back here in Boston. Top of the second. So the New York Yankees are holding their own so far this season. But, Singy, that might be below expectations for this group.
Yeah, they had some heavy expectations coming into the year, and so far they've been around the 500 mark. Not exactly lighting the league on fire. It's still early, though, so they've got plenty of time to kick it into high gear and justify those expectations.
Gray, with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups.
Well, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count. Up against it with 2 strikes right there. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Ben Rice, the next to hit. The 1-1 is fouled off. The Yanks looking to strike first here in game 1 of this 3-game set. And a swing and a miss. And there's 2 away.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees. Back up the middle and a base hit. Bellinger on his way home. He will score, and the Yankees take the lead. It's an RBI single, 1-0.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you've got to make them pay.
So 2 down. Anthony Volpe now at the plate. The count 2-1. Popped up. Rafaela has a beat on it. And that is that. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 1-0. It's an AL East matchup here. We head to the bottom of the second. Joe stepping in for Boston. Cedar Rafaela. The 1-1. Swings through that one out in front that time. Ripped to right. And there's 1 down.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Trevor.
Your Story now. The 2-1. Swings through that one.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Fights it off. You'll see another. The 2-2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
Volpe. And he beats it. That's a hit. Great try there.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. The 1-2. Runner on the go. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Durant leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Struck him out looking. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We played 2 full. Yankees 1 and the Red Sox nothing. This is Red Sox baseball on the show, New England. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. 1-1. This one in the air, right field. Makes the grab on the run. One down.
Up next for the Yankees, the center fielder, number 12, Trent.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Now here's Trent Grisham. And a 1-1. That one the other way, and that's a fair ball. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Up next for the Yankees, the right fielder, number 99.
Here is Aaron Judge.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Ball to strike. The pitch.
No, that's it.
Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. To second, that's 1. Double play. What a quick killing to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Yankees 1 and the Red Sox nothing. Back here at Fenway, Joe stepping in for Boston. Carlos Narvaez. Narvaez matched a homer in his last game. The 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
Wilyer Abreu up next for the Red Sox. Right through there for a strike. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. 1-2 here. That's inside. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already. So this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Roman Anthony will hit next. Fouls one off. 2-2. 2 down, nobody on. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. Judge in position, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Red Sox. Still behind by a count of 1-0.
Get your minds right, get your rhymes tight, cause you ain't spit fire. Not at all, so I gotta take a high. I ain't a no talent, haven't here today, gone tomorrow type dude. Been doing
back inside Fenway Park, all set for the start of the inning. Giancarlo Stanton stepping in now for the Yankees.
You know, these Yankees showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Ball to strike. Foul ball there. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Now 1 away.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
No question about this one. It's out of here. Cody Bellinger blasts one out. His 4th home run of the season. And they boost their lead. It's 3-0.
He hit that into the wind, and it still had enough to leave the ballpark. He really connected on that pitch. Well, I'm not really sure how he kept that fair. When you're out in front on a breaking ball like that, such a good chance that it's going to hook foul, but not this time. He kept the hands moving forward just long enough to sneak it inside that foul pole.
One down, and now the first baseman, Ben Rice. You know, Singy, they talk about Red Sox Nation, but there is something to that because the Boston Red Sox aren't just about Boston or Massachusetts. It's that whole New England area. So you're talking about Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Northern Connecticut. There's a whole segment of the country that is locked in on the Boston Red Sox pitch to pitch throughout the summer. 2 down, nobody on. There's a swing and a drive. Carrying well. And it's off the green monster. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Put a pretty good swing on that one as he drove it out to deep left. Didn't quite have the right combination of launch angle and exit velocity to get it over the fence, but you're never going to be disappointed with extra bases.
So runner at second, 2 down. Anthony Volpe getting ready to hit. And at second. Yeah, that's fouled off.
They travel really well, and I think Red Sox fans are sprinkled all over the country.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Inning over, and it could have been worse. 2 runs for Boston on the home run. It's now 3-0. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show.
Back in the fall. I'm ready for real. We really the squad. We really the ones counting it.
Bottom of the 4th, and stepping in for Boston, Romy Gonzalez.
Second baseman, Romy
1-1 now.
Gonzalez.
Fastball for a strike. And that one hit to first. Rice takes it himself. 1 out in the bottom of the 4th.
Up next for the Red Sox, the first baseman,
Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Yankees up by 3. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swings and misses. Strikeout number 8.
The batter, number 3, shortstop,
Cedar Rafaela up next for the Red Sox. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Strike 2.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Got him swinging. Whiff number 9 for him in this game. 9. Nothing doing for Boston. They trail in this one 3-0. We go to the top of the 5th, and stepping in for New York, Ryan McMahon. Makes the catch. 1 down.
Up next for the Yankees, the center fielder.
So the lineup flips over. So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. This one in the air, center field. Anthony under it. 2 away down.
Up next for the Yankees, the right fielder, number 99,
Aaron Judge at the plate. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Judge rips that one, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And Aaron Judge cruising into second. He's got a double.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Here's Stanton now. Man on second, 2 down.
Ball, that's it.
And a 2-1 on the way. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Man at second. And that's downstairs and outside. On the ground, right side. In plenty of time to first, and that will end the inning. The Yanks lead 1, but they lead it 3-0. Back in Boston, now here's the Red Sox DH, Trevor Story.
Trevor Story.
In the air, right field. Judge settles underneath it. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Red Sox, the left fielder.
Now batting Jaron Duran. The 1-2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, into double-digit strikeouts. He should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And you know, not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
2 down, nobody on. On a line. That is the inning. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. Yankees 3 and the Red Sox nothing. Welcome back. A few highlights to help tell the story of the game. And now here is Jazz Chisholm Jr. Here's a 1-1.
You know, these Yankees, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits at 90-plus exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
Goes down looking.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Here's Cody Bellinger. He had a big swing back in the 4th, a 2-run homer, and that helped them get the lead.
And what a swing it was, Boog. Poetry in motion. And those are the type that you hardly feel when you connect with the baseball. Just so smooth, a great feeling off the bat.
Here's a 1-1.
That's in, ball.
Bellinger's an interesting example when you talk about scouting and development. I mean, this is a guy now that has turned into one of the premier power hitters in the sport. He was a 4th-round pick out of Hamilton High School in Chandler, Arizona in 2013. He hit 1 homer his senior year. 2 outs, base is empty. So up next for New York, Ben Rice. And there's a foul ball. 2-2 now to 22. Stays alive. Two down, nobody on. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swings through it for the K. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Down in order go the Yankees. But they're on. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Carlos Narvaez. The 1-1. High fly ball, right field. Judge settles underneath it, and there's 1 down. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. So stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. The Red Sox trailing by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's a high chopper. Rice steps on the bag, and there's 2 away.
Up next for the Red Sox, the center fielder, Roman.
Back to the top of the lineup, Roman Anthony. Up next for the Red Sox. Here's a 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. That one misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Caught him looking for the K. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. You're watching Red Sox baseball on the show, New England. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. The 1-1. And a swing and a miss there.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Tied him up on a fastball inside. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. So up next for New York, Anthony Volpe. And now Alex Cora is out of the dugout, and he will make a move for the bullpen. Sonny Gray will depart. Not a bad effort, but he exits on the hook for the loss. New pitcher for the Red Sox, Patrick Sandoval. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Sandoval.
Just off the outside edge, and a count 2-1. Catcher challenge will take another look. And on further review, it was a strike. Still 2 challenges left for them. Hit hard on the ground to short. Throws to first in time.
Up next for the Yankees, the third baseman, Ryan.
Here's Ryan McMahon now. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Yanks held in check, but they lead at 3-0. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Fernando Cruz. He's pitching on 2 days rest. So stepping in for Boston, Romy Gonzalez.
second
The
baseman.
Bo Sox in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
Hard hit left side. Slings to first in time.
Up next for the Red Sox, the first baseman.
Here's Contreras now.
Contreras.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Grisham takes it in for the out. 2 away. Cedar Rafaela up next for the Red Sox.
Cedar Rafaela.
The Yankees leading by 3 here, the bottom of the 7th. On the ground. McMahon fires over to first. Red Sox go 1-2-3. Yankees 3 and the Red Sox nothing. Back here at Fenway Park, we go to the 8th. Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees. And a big swing and a miss.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Right side, Contreras takes it himself, and that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Here comes Aaron Judge. Here's a 2-1.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Just off the outside part of the plate.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Good battle here, about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The kick, the 3-2. What a stop. Throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Up next for the Yankees.
2 down, bases empty. Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. Ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Yankees 3 and the Red Sox nothing. On to the bottom of the 8th. So stepping in for Boston, Trevor Story. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and 1 away.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Jarren Duran up next for the Red Sox.
Outside, ball.
The Yanks leading by 3 here the bottom half of the 8th inning. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful, not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
The 2-2. And they'll do it again. Up the middle. Slings to first in time.
Up next for the Red Sox, the third baseman, Caleb Durbin.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Fernando Cruz is done. It's a 3-run game, and we'll be back to tell you about the new arm in a minute. Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Camilo Doval. He's been someone, at least in the early going, that they've leaned on. Next to hit, Caleb Durbin. Swinging a ground ball, and it finds its way through for a hit. And they have their first base runner since the second inning. Here's the catcher, Carlos Narvaez. The 2-1. Up the middle. Oh, a great flip. And that's a nice play to end the inning. One left for the Red Sox. Still down 3-0. Back now at Fenway. All set to start the ninth in this one. Jazz Chisholm Jr. digs in now. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Patrick Sandoval won't go any further. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. And so the Red Sox go to the bullpen. Giovanni Moran. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Popped up. Narvaez settles under this one, and a quick out, number 1. Bellinger up to hit.
The left fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Missed with a changeup, and the count is 2-2. Base hit. That was smoke through the infield. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Up next,
Ben Rice, the next to hit. Runner on the go. This one in the air, center field. Anthony drifts towards it. And there's 2 down. So up next, Austin Wells. Bellinger off of first with 2 away. Out to short, Rafaela. Tosses to first, and that's the 3rd out. Yankees 3, and the Red Sox nothing. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, David Bednar.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
The 1-2. And that one hammered way back there. And it's out of here. Into the home bullpen for a homer. That one felt good. And they're chipping away. It's 3-1. These fans are really excited right now.
Pitchers are taught to keep the ball down so that you don't get hurt. But unfortunately on that one, he made a pretty good pitch in terms of location, but it was just a better swing.
Back to the top of the order now. Roman Anthony up next for the Red Sox.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning. Hit in the air, left field. Bellinger under it.
takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Red Sox, the second baseman.
Down the number 2 hitter, Romy Gonzalez. And a curve is down and in. Outside. Next offered in there for a strike. 3-2 down. Line drive, base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Here comes Wilson Contreras.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
The 1-1. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. They get it in quickly, so first and second now, 1 out.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Really important at bat coming up now.
Cedar Rafaela will hit next. The 1-1. Up the middle. Got it, and he can't hang on. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
There you go. Winning run is aboard with 1 down. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ballgame.
Dangerous hitter at the plate in Trevor Story. And a 1-1. That one is absolutely belted. Can't reach it. Should score at least 2. The run scores from second. It's a 2-run single, and they tied it in the bottom of the 9th.
Huge moment for him and his team, Billy. You know, some guys just grip it a bit too tight in a big spot like this, having a chance to tie it up in the bottom of the 9th. But he didn't let the moment get to him. Comes up with the RBI knock, and now he's giving his teammates a chance to walk this thing off with a win if they can push across another run.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. David Bednar gives way, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. On the mound now, Jake Bird. Jared Durant steps to the dish in a big spot. 2 on, 1 out. Ground ball could be 2. Tags the runner for 1. Double play, and we're headed to extra innings. But a magical comeback is complete here in the last half of the 9th as they fight back to even it up. All tied up at 3 apiece. On to extra innings. And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. Man at second. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. Base hit into the outfield. Runner from second crosses the plate. It's an RBI single, and they've got the lead in extra innings. Well, they didn't waste any time as they knock home the runner from second to get on the board.
Huge for team confidence and how you approach the situation. Still have a guy on base, and now they'll try to add on.
No outs, runner at first. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. The 1-2. And there's a ball. The Red Sox with some bullpen action. Johan Oviedo, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Chapman warming up as well. Out towards right center field. And there's 1 away.
Up next for the Yankees.
Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. Popped in the air, left field, takes it in for the out. Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Red Sox bullpen. Giovanni Moran done for the night, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. So the Red Sox bring on a new pitcher, Johan Oviedo. This is his 5th appearance of the year. It's Aaron Judge now. In the air, right field. And that is that. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and a runner left. Last chance to even things up. We head to the bottom of inning number 10. The Yankees 4. On to the bottom of the 10th. So stepping in for Boston, Caleb Durbin. So the tying run at second. And a count 1-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. The 1-2. Down to the dirt. Swing and a miss. Got him. 1 away on the strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
So now, with 1 away and a man at second, digging in, Carlos Narvaez. 3-2. And that one is lifted in the air. Judge should have this one. Brings it in. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away.
Up next for the Red Sox, the right fielder, Williams.
There comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Number 80 taking over on the mound.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
No swing. Just held it back there. The 2-1. This one in the air, center field. Grisham under it. He's got it. Ball game. The Yankees take game 1 of the series on the road.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
4-3 our final score. A 1-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show. Thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
No me cuquen, lean los números pa' que se eduquen. Yo no hago canciones, hago himnos pa' que no caduquen. En este género yo fui un Hadouken. Ey, y se extinguieron como los dinosaurs. Antes que me apague, se apaga el sol. Subimos y rompimos el ascensor. El prepa que les tiro Barbasol. Conejo, ahora los miro.